Instrumentalists here, but we're going to be featuring our Hudson Valley Homeschool band that just started in October, and they're actually going to play next. But I played for you, if you didn't know, Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. I am nowhere close to Judy Garland, but at least I hope I enjoyed a little bit. And then, of course, our good English carol of wassailing to bring good health and good cheer, Here We Come a-Wassailing. So if you can give us a few seconds while we get our homeschoolers up front, and we'll continue on with our program. Please go. Yeah, sit. Good. You can sit. So two trombone. We'll put you here. Okay. Trombone. guys want to play flat and see? Jingle bells. So our first selection we have for you is Jingle Bells, and believe it or not, I always like to tell a little story about these tunes. It wasn't really meant for Christmas. Jingle Bells was originally written for Thanksgiving, but everybody always plays it. You will hear Jingle Bells again today, but we're going to hear it from our homeschoolers. All right, we ready? 1, 2, ready, and... Our next tune is a popular secular tune. It was written from a poem of 1822, and the poem was a visit from St. Nicholas in a tune called Up on the Housetop. Oh, yeah. Just once. 1, 2. Our next tune, 1865, I didn't plan it this way, but it's actually going in from oldest to newest. I didn't plan it this way, but it's a popular secular tune called Emily Huntington Miller, Lily's Secret, which was very interesting, about a person that all of us hopefully know, Santa Claus, in a piece entitled Jolly Old St. Nicholas. So as you're seeing up here, we've just started, but I want to let you all know that if you know any homeschoolers or folks in the area, I actually invited parents to play, and parents have been playing along with us and playing music with us, and it's been a big treat, and I think a great family treat to kind of have together. So it's really a fun time. Our next selection that we do have for you is not a Christmas tune, but it's done quite a bit around this time. It's a piece that is part of Beethoven's Symphony No. 9, the fourth movement, and you will know the tune as Ode to Joy. All right, remember what we're doing with Ode to Joy? Great. All right, who's doing A? You're doing A, and you're doing, do you remember what part you're doing? They all just decided to play for you today, and I will tell you, they've only been playing since about mid-October. Okay, so that's something to say. Awesome, you guys are really all right, so we have another quick transition. We have a larger group here for you to play, and we need to get them on stage here. So if you give us a few seconds, the rest of the band can come up, and we'll get started. Great. I will say I did forget that St. Paul does welcome you here, because I know I talked to John, and about at the beginning I was going to say that, and it totally went way over my head. So thank you, St. Paul, for hosting us here, and we welcome you to be here. So thank you very much. Our next two selections we have for you, it's actually a medley with Away in the Manger, which is about our newborn baby Jesus. And then a song known as We Three Kings of Orient I, which I'm sure you know, We Three Kings. And then originally written in many languages, O Come All Ye Faithful, in a medley called Three Christmas Carols. After we're finished with that, we're going to jump into more of a French flavor, as I say, which a piece called C'est Noël, which means it is Christmas. And in that piece, you are going to hear such selections as Born, Holy Child, Holy Night, Angels We Have Heard on High, and Joy to the World. And this group of folks that you're going to hear are just community members that I've met along the way of being in the area. We're not any special group other than a mixed group, and no, they are not still homeschooled, so I would say that. Except maybe Clay, right there. I don't know yet. All right, good. Two selections for you is about a poor young boy who was summoned to the Nativity to play. Well, actually, he was summoned to the Nativity to see Jesus, the baby-born Jesus. And he was summoned there, but he didn't have a gift, so he played in a piece called Little Drummer Boy. But the name of our piece is called Carol of the Drum. And our little drummer boy, no offense, Rick, is going to be Rick up there, because he'll be carrying our beat with all of that. And then after this, I'm sure you'll know our next selection. It's a very, very gorgeous arrangement of green sleeves, which is What Child Is This? I do want to let you know, the folks that you see up here, I'm a big advocate for what I call the big fancy PhD. We'll stand on an ivory tower, as we call it, and say, lifelong learning in music education. But my thing is that I love seeing people of all ages, from beginners all the way to folks who are way into the retirement age playing music. And if you're interested in those kind of things, I know some flyers went around. On there is our site about our Homeschool band, but I do have a podcast where I actually talk to a lot of different band members and different conductors who do this kind of thing. And it's really neat to hear their stories that they talk about. So it's on YouTube, as well as we're on Facebook, and it's big things about lifelong music making and what I call community music making. Our next two selections for you was written in 1945 during a heat wave. I always love this. During a heat wave, it was released in Thanksgiving, and it was an instant hit. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. The next one after that will be a movie that just came out not too long ago, but was based off a book where a boy was skeptical about Christmas. And in particular, at Christmas Eve, a train appears down his street, and she gets in and goes to the North Pole. You will hear selections such as Believe, The Polar Express, and When Christmas Comes to Town, and The Spirit of Christmas in a piece entitled Polar Express. So I have a few more selections, and then we're going to actually ask our homeschoolers to come up and join the band as we play our last final selections. But our next one, I always like to talk about this, 1818, St. Nicholas Parish in Salzburg, Germany. This particular piece was sung by a priest and a choral master on guitar, of all things, in a church, because 2 days before Christmas Eve, the organ broke down. So, as you probably know, and I won't ask Heather to come up and sing with us, so she knows, so she's safe with this, but we're going to play for you Silent Night. It's a short thing. We thought that maybe you guys can sing with us. And then after that, we're going to play a really great rendition of Sleigh Ride, which you can hear from Boston Pops. So, Silent Night. on Christmas Eve. And make sure that you go to your local church or here for Christmas Eve service. So that's a much more special song there, but I always love to play that. So our next one, Sleigh Ride. I'm sure you'll know. I just asked them, I said, hey, I'm going to be doing this little concert. Would you be interested? And literally, a couple of them on Wednesday when we had a rehearsal the next day, and they all came to perform for you. And we rehearsed Thursday night, and here we are. So give them a round of applause. I want to bring the homeschoolers into the band, and we're going to play for you a tune in a second. So if you just give us a few seconds.
We can share.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and I have one. Hold on. Okay. Okay, good. So our next selection, which you've already heard tonight, or this afternoon, we have Jingle Bells. So I actually have some Jingle Bells to have you play along with us. So everyone's going to get a quick Jingle Bell. It'll take us a few seconds. See how your rhythm's doing? Sorry about that. You got that one? Oh, we'll get a mic playing on that. There's two more for down there. I know I'm missing one, right? Everybody have? Some back here. All right. Everybody got one? All right, so we got to practice. You guys got to practice, right? Music teacher always makes you practice, right? So, as we're playing this, I want you to go. See if we can do that. Sing, go. Perfect. Ready? Jingle bells. Remember, we repeat at 5. Ready? 1, 2, ready, and. So I want to thank each and every one of you for being here and also supporting the homeschool folks and also the rent-a-community members, as I call it, even though I didn't pay them any rent, for all them being here. So thank you so much. If you give them a round of applause. Also, before I forget, I do want to thank St. Paul's and also Heather, who, when I had this crazy idea to find Homeschool, so Heather is our reverend here, and she reached out and said, hey, this would be kind of cool. And I think we were on the same wavelength for some reason at this time of the year. So I think that's awesome. So give St. Paul's and Heather a round of applause. Get the jingles going. I'll give you three and two. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Ready? 1, 2,